Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Justin Betty. Tonight, a CDC panel has approved COVID-19 vaccine booster shots with both the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines. But all the recent flurry of approvals and qualifications has many people a little confused. Do you need a shot? Do they mean the vaccines aren't working? Newswatch 12's Cooper Henkel spoke to state health officials today and has answers.
The intent of the vaccinations is not to prevent you from getting the disease. It's to prevent serious infection, hospitalization, and death.
Mixed messaging and plenty of conspiracy theories turned an achievement of modern medicine into a politicized mess. One medical professionals are racing to clean up as hospital beds continue overflowing.
So think of it as part of a series, like you would see with just like in a lot of other vaccinations that you may have had as a child or even as an adult, such as tetanus, diphtheria, measles, mumps, rubella.
Vaccines don't work quite like people think. There's rarely a one-and-done approach. Vaccines you only get once are usually for diseases that are very rare, have largely been eradicated, or are given just before you head to a location where you might be exposed. Immunity isn't a forever thing. Our bodies just don't work that way. Instead, the booster helps keep COVID at the top of your immune system's most wanted list, which means people most at risk of infection need it first.
For anybody over the age of 65, because we have seen that as you get older, your natural immunity and your immune system starts to weaken a little bit. Those with chronic medical conditions, or those that may have what we say immunocompromised or weakened immune systems.
Most people won't need a booster shot yet, but Dr. Walter says some otherwise healthy people should consider getting another shot.
If you are in a work environment that puts you at risk, or a living environment that puts you at risk, it's also recommended that you get a booster shot.
For Newswatch 12, I'm Cooper Henkel.
Well, the number of new confirmed COVID-19 cases in Wisconsin per day has now been falling for about 2 straight weeks. Today, DHS reports just over 2,100 new cases. That drops our daily average for the last week to 1,869. Meanwhile, DHS reports 19 new deaths today, keeping our daily average for the last week at 11. The Oneida County Health did announce 2 more deaths here today, 84 for the pandemic. But for the first time in about 4 months, the number of people hospitalized with COVID-19 in Wisconsin is finally dropping. DHS reports still about 1,000 people in the state are in the hospital right now, though, with COVID-19. Outside, Jeff, our temperatures have gotten a bit colder over the last couple days.
Yeah, highs in the 40s out there today. The sun is setting right now. Tomorrow it sets at 6:01 and then doesn't set after 6 o'clock until March 12th of 2022. But outside now, a beautiful scene here in Rhinelander, of course, with temperatures hanging out in the 40s to upper 30s now in Eagle River, Orlando Lakes, Manchwich Waters. We'll have lows tonight basically in the upper 20s, but a couple of you could sneak into the mid-20s for lows tonight. All right, so the clouds out there earlier and rain this morning, a half-inch of rain overnight last night, has pushed off into Michigan. See you later. Behind it, though, the skies have cleared for several hours, but that's not going to last much longer, as there is a little something over here across the Dakotas that is moving in our direction. That'll increase the clouds tonight and likely throughout the day tomorrow. No precipitation from that. We'll keep things cloudy around here, though, for tomorrow, with temperatures hanging out in the 40s again. Our forecast tonight, though, it's a cold one tonight. Low temperatures down near 29. Your full forecast is coming up. Justin.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Today, authorities in Florida say remains found at a Florida wilderness park are those of Brian Laundrie, the person of interest in the death of his girlfriend, Gabby Petito. Petito's body was found at a Wyoming national park months after the pair was on a cross-country van trip, chronicled on social media. The FBI's Denver office said in a news release that a comparison of dental records confirms the remains found this week in Florida are those of Laundrie. The remains were discovered Wednesday in a swampy nature preserve near Northport, Florida, after a massive weeks-long search. The Northwoods is home to many small communities, some smaller and more rural than others. The village of Catawba is home to about 100 people, mostly retirees. Beverly Brayton was born and raised in Catawba and says she's seen the population slowly dwindle over the decades. She believes one thing that's hurt the town is its lack of public transportation and these days a lack of businesses.
They need to go to Phillips, to Prentice, to Hawkins, to Ladysmith for a lot of their store items, for home items, clothing, etc. And that, for the elderly, that means driving rather distant.
Brayton says she'd like to see at least some basic resources come back into the area.
I would love to be able to have the students going to school in the building that is just up the road, just a little bit. And I would love to have more grocery stores, more businesses, and more gatherings of people.
However, Brayton says people in Catawba are always willing to help get their neighbors whatever they need, even if it does mean traveling a bit. The American Civil Liberties Union is asking the Oneida County Jail to overturn a ban on mailed letters to inmates. According to a news release from the ACLU, the jail has not allowed those incarcerated to receive personal correspondence. The group claims the policy forces those who are in the facility into further isolation, making it difficult to maintain relationships with those on the outside. Newswatch 12 has requested comment from Oneida County jail officials this morning, but they have not yet gone back to us. With winter right around the corner, Wisconsin Public Service is warning folks to be careful of utility scams. Over the years, WPS customers have lost thousands in utility scams. Scammers often pretend that they are from WPS, may threaten to turn off energy right away unless there's payment. If you think you've received a spam call, hang up right away, then call the WPS official phone number, 1-800-450-7260. The Wisconsin Department of Corrections is once again teaming up with local law enforcement this Halloween to conduct random home visits of registered sex offenders. These checks will happen in communities across the state during local trick-or-treating hours. Registered sex offenders are not allowed to have decorations, participate in trick-or-treating, wear a costume, or have even a porch light on. Parents are also encouraged to talk with their kids about safety before trick-or-treating, including staying on well-lit streets and never entering a house or car for a treat without a trusted grown-up. In Haiti, in response to the recent wave of kidnappings, residents are continuing to strike, closing many businesses, schools, even public transportation. Meanwhile, U.S. authorities keep negotiating, seeking the return of 17 missionaries and their family members from an Ohio-based missionary group. A gang that stole them is demanding $1 million per person as ransom. Gabe Gutierrez reports.
There was growing unrest in Haiti as efforts intensified to rescue the 17 captive missionaries several days after they were kidnapped. It's not clear where they are right now, but Haiti's justice minister says that the gang believed to be responsible generally holds its hostages near where they were first captured. Now, here in Port-au-Prince, there have been multiple fires set today. These are people that have been furious with the spiraling economic crisis here, and it's unclear how long these negotiations will drag out. The FBI is not commenting, and the White House has repeatedly said it is U.S. policy not to negotiate ransom for hostages, but experts say the street gang could negotiate a lower price for anyone willing to pay. Meanwhile, the Christian Aid Ministry in Ohio says that it is holding a day of fasting and prayer for the return of these missionaries.
It's Gabe Gutierrez reporting. Back here in Wisconsin, the weather has certainly took a turn over the last couple of days. So is there any warm-up in sight? Jeff's in with details in your full forecast next on Newswatch 12 at 6.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Don't miss the lowest prices of the season one-day appliance sale going on tomorrow at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Fall in love with your home again by saving up to 40% off. Plus, no interest financing on appliances with no minimum purchase. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
There are never enough hours in the day. I'm always making trade-offs, sacrifices. But I'll keep going. even when it feels like there's no way I can do it all. I won't give up. I'm doing this for me and for them. We're doing this together. North Central Technical College's virtual college, flexible learning, because our time is precious.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites, and always a smile.
Don't miss the lowest prices of the season one-day appliance sale going on tomorrow at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Fall in love with your home again by saving up to 40% off. Plus, no interest financing on appliances with no minimum purchase. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
We woke up to clouds and rain showers today, but that didn't last very long. The sun came out about midday, and then we were off to the races, right? It just now set at 6:03 after a very nice day across the area, but a cool one for even the later portions of October. Outside right now, it's 41 at the airport in Rhinelander with a north breeze around 5, and the pressure there steady at 30.05. Over in Wausau, still 48 for you. You're in the 50s earlier with a northwest breeze around 7, and feel like temperature there also in the mid to upper 40s. All right, so here we are. The air out there now is pretty much what's going to be around for tomorrow, also into Saturday and Sunday before, and just a smidgen of it here. That is going to move our direction. The warmer temperatures will. So there are 50s back in the 7-day forecast, but we had to get through the weekend first as the core of the coldest air is going to sit over us tomorrow. Here's Friday, and we are in the cold stuff or the cooler stuff, right? And then also for Saturday, it's not moving. You see that? Before it finally starts to move out of here Sunday into Monday, and the warmer air returns. But overall, this is moderated warmer air for Tuesday with highs back generally in the 50s around here then. All right, going forward though, so no 50s tomorrow, 45 for you, 46 for on Saturday, 48 Sunday, and then 47 Monday. But then we're going to turn a corner, right? Back in the 50s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and that trend could continue into next weekend. Okay, so on Monday, I stood here and walked you through what a La Nina winter looks like, right? So we now have a La Nina, or a cooling of the waters, Pacific Ocean waters off the coast of California. So that sends a jet stream north into Alaska normally, then right back down across the Great Lakes. We call this a trough through here. So the really your tax dollars at work here, right? A forecast came out today for the winter from NOAA, and they have above average or near above average temperatures in the counties or areas you see here in orange, and then below average across the west for temperatures for the winter months, right? But then also precipitation-wise, because we have that trough across the Great Lakes going to form, or which typically forms in La Nina winters. We could see above average precipitation, keeping in mind some of that could be rain with warmer than average temperatures around here for the winter forecast going forward, according to NOAA. For us, though, for today, though, we had lots of clouds early. That is now pushed off into parts of Michigan. We have an area now with some clear skies across the area. That's not going to last much longer, though, as we do have this, and it's not a low, it's not a front, it's kind of just in the atmosphere. That's moving our direction for tomorrow, likely keeping it cloudy around here beginning late tonight and throughout the day tomorrow with more clouds in the forecast then. So our forecast for tonight, though, is increasing clouds late with a hard freeze likely. When those clouds get here depends upon how cold you're going to get tonight, right? So average low around 29 places across the area, but a couple of you could sneak into the mid-20s for lows tonight. For tomorrow, we'll call it mostly cloudy. It's going to be a bit cold even for late October standards. High temperatures near 45. The average high is 53. We will not do that tomorrow. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows we're dry tomorrow, dry Saturday and Sunday. A cool weekend ahead with some sunshine before our next chance for rain gets in your Monday, and then probably then again Wednesday into Thursday of next week. Justin.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Many students and parents at Rhinelander High School are upset this week over a situation involving inappropriate inappropriate photos. So far, though, the details have been hard to find. RHS student Marshall Schultes spoke to Newswatch 12 yesterday about some of the rumors, the accusations.
There's been said about 6,000 pictures on his phone at a point in time. As we've been hearing, there hasn't been any, so we don't know if he still has them in possession or not. But basically, he's going around just basically going upskirt pictures and many other things with it that were very sexualized.
So these are rumors about a high school student who may have taken these pictures. They held a walkout yesterday. They had also a protest planned for today, which did not happen. We have reached out to the school for comment, but they have so far chosen not to respond. The nation continues to deal with an economic one-two punch, thanks to shipping issues and inflation right now. We'll take a look at how Americans are struggling to reach deeper into their pockets after the break.
When you call a company other than Maher Water Corporation to service your water treatment system, do you really know what or who you are getting? Many companies just measure you up to do a bang-up job, then charge hundreds of dollars and have you sign service contracts. Maher's technicians are trained to not only service our own water care equipment, but most others as well. So if you don't want just any service tech servicing your water equipment, call us at Maher's today.
Play your way. Dine your way. Stay your way. Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg. Win your way.
It's time to find your next Chevy truck and forge ahead. Take on new challenges and take it to the next level. It's the perfect time to do more in your next Chevy. Find new possibilities, find new roads. Eligible customers get great offers from GM Financial Plus. No monthly payments for 120 days on all 2021 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups and get $1,500 cash allowance. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Ask your doctor about Botox today.
The Labor Department released its weekly unemployment benefits numbers today, and they show some positive signs. According to the numbers, unemployment claims fell by 6,000 last week to 290,000. Third week in a row that they have dropped. It's also the fewest number of people applying for first-time benefits since the start of the pandemic in March of 2020. However, the report also shows hiring has slowed in the past 2 months, despite the near record number of open jobs on the market. Well, while the unemployment rate has been slowly falling, the nation is also dealing with a bit of an economic one-two punch, a supply chain issue and soaring inflation numbers, together driving up the prices of almost everything, from gas to food. Tom Costello has details.
From checking out at the grocery store to filling up at the gas pump, we're all digging deeper in our wallets, with prices on just about everything trending higher. Inflation for September matched June and July, the highest levels in 13 years. Billionaire investor Paul Tudor Jones warns it's likely here to stay.
And it's probably the single biggest threat to certainly financial markets, and again, probably I think to society just in general.
A gallon of gas now averages $3.36, up 17 cents in a month, and $1.20 over the past year since the pandemic recession. The price of a used car has trended down in recent months, but still a 24% spike from last year. And it's a similar situation in grocery stores.
I'm on Social Security, so I have to be very frugal on what I buy, especially now. The prices are really gone up, really high.
In the past year, a gallon of milk is up 14 cents on average, a nearly 50-cent increase for a dozen eggs, and more than 60 cents for a pound of ground beef.
I've noticed everything is going up. Even if it's like 20 cents, like 30 cents, everything has started going up a lot.
Rising food costs are also adding another challenge for the nation's restaurants, still struggling to recover from the pandemic setback. Tyler Aiken owns 2 restaurants in Philadelphia and serves as chef and partner at Le Cavalier in Wilmington. He says costs are up significantly for certain meats and equally critical kitchen staples like frying oil.
And that we were paying $25 for last year is now in the $50 range.
Aiken says they've had to pass some of that cost on to their customers.
It can have a sticker shock effect for certain guests, but it's not an abuse of circumstance. It's just the reality that we're facing right now.
With Cellcom, new and existing customers get the same great deals, both fair and clear. What's not clear is how to navigate a roundabout.
Wait for it. Now? I'm going now. Oh! I'm trying.
Okay, breathe and go.
We're in.
Navigating roundabouts? Unclear. Getting the same great deals whether you're a new or existing customer? Crystal clear. Cellcom. Clarity in a cloudy world.
Now how do we get out?
I'm getting dizzy.
You have found your soulmate. Now it's time to find the perfect ring. At Golden Carrot Jewelers, you can choose from an extensive selection of engagement and wedding rings. Fresh designs reflecting the most current trends, from organic, art deco, and vintage design to timeless classics in white, yellow, and rose gold. See the new Romance Collection, Lyria and Lumiere Bridal Collections, and new styles from Gabriel New York, Eskashi, and more. Engagements begin here. Will yours? Golden Carrot Jewelers, downtown Minocqua.
Save today with 11% off everything now at Menards. Keep your tools, lawn equipment, and more protected with our wide array of storage solutions. From easy to construct resin to something more temporary, we have a solution for any situation. Check out this Arlington steel shed from Aero Storage Products. It's pre-cut for an easy DIY assembly. Right now, get 11% off all Aero Storage products at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
This is Ford Truck Month. Time to take a ride in the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with an available 12-inch touchscreen, an available interior work surface, and for powerful performance on demand, a class-exclusive available ProPower onboard mobile generator. These are America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Inventory levels are coming back up, making Truck Month the time to get an F-150 with 0 for 72 and 1,000 retail order bonus.
Sharing smiles together is a gift. At Aspen Dental, it's easy to gift yourself the smile you deserve. New patients, get started with a comprehensive exam and full set of x-rays with no obligation. And if you don't have insurance, it's free. Plus, get 20% off your treatment plan. Enjoy flexible payment options and savings when it matters most. We're here to make your smile shine bright so you can start the new year feeling all right. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL 7 days a week or book today at aspendental.com.
All right, buddy, temperatures are hanging out in the 40s, but there are some 30s out there already. 36 Eagle River, 37 Manchester Waters. You get the idea. It's going to be a cold night ahead with basically lows in the upper 20s, but a couple of you could sneak into the mid-20s for lows tonight. Okay, so we had a few hours of clear skies, but now some clouds are building back in, and there are actually lots of clouds off to the west of us. Tomorrow's going to be a mostly cloudy day with temperatures in the mid-40s. It's going to feel like later October, right? But then looking ahead, we're going to get a little bit warmer after the weekend with temperatures back in the 50s through much of next week.
I'm glad we're doubling back to 50. I feel like we skipped that. We went from 70s to 40s. We missed everything in between. Thanks, Jeff. Thank you for joining us on News Watch 12 at 6. We'll see you back here at 10 with more.